It's Tuesday, July 25th, 2023, and I've got 3 free bets for you. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks and plays of the day as we just try to beat the sports books and try to make some money together. Now, last night we had an amazing day on the channel. We swept the board. Let's get it. 3-0 on the day. You guys know how I'm coming. And listen, that month of July, we've been absolutely on fire. We cashed it on the Orioles and Twins run line. Both of those teams won outright at plus money value. I told you could take them on the money line, but I did the plus on the run line just to be safe. That worked out for us. The Mariners and Twins nerfy, no sweat bet there. And then Will Contreras and Nathaniel Lowe both got one hit. That cashed in the second inning. You love to see it when you don't have to sweat out a bet like that. So 3-0 on the day. You can see our year-to-date record right here. We're still crushing it this month of July. So hopefully you guys have been taking advantage of it. And if you haven't, trust me, I'm here every single weekday just trying to help you grow your bankrolls. And if you know other people who sports bet, share this video with them or just give this video a big like so this way we can help grow the algorithm and get it out to more people so this way they can take advantage of the hot streak like we have been. And as always, I can't wait to see some of the picks that you're taking. And let's dive into our first best bet of the day. For my first best bet of the day, I'm going to stick with what worked yesterday. I'm running it back today. I'm going with a 2-leg run line parlay. I'm going to take the Brewers on the plus 1.5, the Mariners plus 1.5. You parlay those two together, you get about plus 105 odds there or so. You guys shop around on the lines on your book to get the best value. But let's dive into that first game with the Brewers first. So we've got Andrew Abbott versus Corbin Burnes again. And I feel like this is like the 5th time we've seen this pitching matchup. It's been absolutely crazy. Since Andrew Abbott made his MLB debut on June the 5th, this is going to be the 4th time that he's facing the Brewers. That's crazy. 4 times in the last 2 months. And for that reason alone, I want to take the Brewers on the money line. But I'm just not going to put that out here on the channel because the odds are like minus 150, minus 160 on my book. And you guys know I really don't like to put really high juiced odds out here on the channel. So because of that, it might be a play inside my Telegram group. But for right now, we're going to just do that on the run line. Because truthfully, it's hard to face a lineup twice, let alone 4 times in 2 months, especially as a young pitcher like Andrew Abbott is. And because of that, I think all the advantages with the Brewers. Over the last month, the Brewers have improved on hitting left-handed pitchers as well. They're 8th in team OPS against left-handed pitchers, 10th in isolated power, and their strikeout numbers are very low against left-handed pitchers, so you love to see that. They started off the year rough hitting lefties, but over the last month, they've gotten it together. And then when you look at who's going on the mound for the Brewers, it's hard to fade them as well because Corbin Burnes has been in absolutely great form over the past month. We're starting to see the Cy Young pitcher that we saw last year. Beginning of the year, it was a little rough for him, but he's starting to get it together now. He's 4-0 over the past month with a 1.33 ERA during the month of July, including 12 innings against these Reds, where he only gave up 5 hits and 2 earned runs combined over those 2 starts to go with 19 strikeouts. And the Brewers won both of those games. So because of that, I think he should be able to keep it together today as well. I think they will win this game outright, but for the sake of the parlay, let's just take the run line at plus 1.5 value as the first leg of the parlay. For the second leg of the parlay, we're going with the Twins and Mariners, and we have another pitching rematch that we saw recently, and that's George Kirby and Pablo Lopez as they both faced each other last week. But today we're going to rock with the Mariners again because Kirby was sensational in that matchup last week. 7 innings, 4 hits, 10 strikeouts, in which ended up being a 5-0 win for the Mariners. And Kirby's just been really consistent. Besides that one start against the Tigers about 2 weeks ago where he gave up 6 earned runs on July 15th, this month he's faced the Twins, the Astros, and the Rays. And he's given up a combined 3 earned runs in over 20 innings of work. You love to see that. And those are really 3 solid lineups. I said the Twins, the Astros, and the Rays. 3 of the top hitting lineups in all of baseball. And to only give up 3 earned runs in those matchups means that you're really having your best stuff. He's limiting his walks and he's striking out a lot of batters, which you love to see. And on the other side, Pablo Lopez has been the absolute opposite of consistent. He had a complete game shutout against the Royals to start a month, and then followed that up with giving up 7 earned runs to the A's. Yeah, the A's. Out of all teams, you're going to give up 7 earned runs to them, bro. And then against the Mariners, he gave up 2 earned runs over 5 innings. So the biggest thing that I've noticed and the biggest area of concern for me is in that Mariners game, even though 2 earned runs over 5 innings is a decent start, he did give up a home run in that game. So that makes 3 home runs in his last 10 innings that he's given up. up. That's really tough to back, especially a pitcher like Lopez who depends on his strikeout stuff. So if you're not striking out a ton of batters, or you're giving up a lot of sharp contact and you're giving up home runs, that's really tough to back. And he's also struggled at home this year with a 4.89 ERA compared to 3.56 on the road. So I think this is a good opportunity for the Mariners to bounce back today after losing last night in extra innings. And I think both of these teams should be able to win on the money line, but I'm going to just go with the run line for the sake of the parlay. So give me the Mariners on the run line, give me the Brewers on the run line, plus 1.5 on both of those, and you parlay those together, you get to plus 100 odds. You can't beat that for our way to double our money for the first best bet of the day. For our second best bet of the day, you guys know where I'm going. I'm going Nerfy Nation on this one. Nerfies have been going well for us over the last few shows, so hopefully we can keep that momentum going today. And I really like this trend that we have in this matchup between the Marlins and the Rays. The best odds I've seen is minus 130 on Bovada. As always, shop around there. We've got Edward Cabrera on the mound for the Marlins. We've got Tyler Glass now on the mound for the Rays. And in this matchup, I'm really fading just two offenses that have kind of been really slow over the past month or so. Edward Cabrera's 12-3 on Nerfies this year, including his last 5 in a row. So you love to see that. And Tyler Glass now is 9-1 on Nerfies this year, including hitting his last 5 in a row. Both of these pitchers do really well when it comes down to coming out strong in the first inning. And then it also helps that both of these offenses, like I mentioned, have slowed down in the past month. The Rays have not scored a run in the first inning in 6 straight games. They have about a 67 Nerfy success rate, while the Marlins, they're my Nerfy darlings, 81% Nerfy success rate, and they have not scored a run in the first inning in 9 straight games. That's pretty crazy to think about when you know that you've got Luis Arraez at the top of the lineup, who's always getting on base, and they really can't get him home. Is really showing how sluggish this Marlins offense has been. Because of those reasons and the trends that we're seeing, I really like the Nerfy in this matchup, and we're getting at really good odds here. So make sure you shop around and grab that as the second best bet of the day. Now for my third and final best bet of the day, you guys know where I'm going. I'm going with the hitter parlays. Last night inside the Telegram group, I dropped a 9-leg hitter parlay. So make sure you join in the Telegram group so you can get these plays that I'm dropping inside the group as well. And we hit 8 of the 9. We lost last night on Corbin Carroll. It was, man, I was almost about to turn $100 into $1,200 on that 9-leg hitter parlay. I might cook another one up today because I'm feeling really good. These hitter parlays have been doing good for us. And today, I like Will Contreras again. And I'm parlaying that with Luis Roberts Jr., both to get one hit. That gets you to about minus 110 odds or so on FanDuel. These are 2 hitters who've been doing really well for us on the channel, especially Luis Roberts Jr. He's like a DYF all-star at this point. So let's look at their numbers real quick. Roberts has been hitting .292 over the last month, including getting at least 1 hit in 20 of his last 25 games. So that's really strong. I love to see that. And I also love to back guys who didn't have a hit in their last game, because a hitter like Roberts, you know he's going to get some hits and you know he's going to be consistent. He didn't get a hit in his last matchup against the Twins in 5 plate appearances, including 4 strikeouts in that matchup. So because of that, I think this is a great bounce back step off for him. He's facing Liam Hendricks for the Cubs, and he's been really successful against him in the past. He's batting .500 on him in 8 plate appearances. So 4 for 8 there, including 2 home runs. So you love to see that he's making sharp contact. And if you're into taking home run parlays, you know it's Tuesday, so Dinger Tuesday. He's hit 5 home runs in his last 8 home games. The White Sox are at home today, so you might want to sprinkle a little bit on Luis Roberts to get a home run, but I know for sure that he's going to get a hit today. So give me Luis Roberts to get 1 hit as the first leg of the parlay. Now in the second leg of the parlay, I'm going with William Contreras because he cashed in for us in the first inning last night, so I got to run it back with my boy today. He's been absolutely on fire over the past month, hitting over 300 in his last 30 games. He's also been hitting left-handed pitchers really well, 316 against left-handed pitchers this year, and he has 1 hit in 19 of his last 24 games. And like I mentioned earlier in the breakdown in the Reds and Brewers matchup, he's faced Abbott at least in 3 games already this year. In 9 plate appearances, he's batting .500 with 1 home run against Abbott. So he's shown he's been able to get to this pitcher, and because of that, I expect him to get 1 hit again today. So give me William Contreras, and we're going to parlay that with Luis Roberts to both get 1 hit. Now, I will say there are a few other hitters that I really liked as well today, but the lines are not out on them because they've got some pitching changes, or we're just waiting for the starting pitchers to come out. So you might want to take a look at Kyle Tucker. He's currently on a 10-game hit streak, 1 hit in 23 of his last 25 games. You might want to run it back with Nate Lowe again. He cashed in for us last night. He's currently on an 8-game hit streak. You might want to take a look at Ronald Acuna and Justin Tucker. Ronald Acuna for the Braves, Justin Tucker for the Red Sox. Both guys have at least 1 hit in 21 of their last 25 games. and then Ketel Marte for the Diamondbacks, as he has at least one hit in 19 of his last 25 games. All of these guys have been on fire, so I probably will cook up a little parlay a little bit later when all the lines come out with all these guys together to see if we can cash in on it. But I wanted to give you guys a few other people that you could take a look at, just in case you don't want to take Roberts or you don't want to take Contreras. Even though I think both of them will get a hit, there's some other guys that I did like a little bit more than Luis Roberts Jr., if I'm being all the way honest. But because the lines have not come out just yet because of the pitching changes, that I decided to throw him in there because I think he does get a hit. So let's parlay those together for our third and final best bet of the day. And there are a few other leans as well that you can put together to cook up a few, maybe 2-team, 3-steam, or maybe one long shot parlay for us to end off the night. Well, that's it for me today, my friends. Hopefully today we can sweep the board again. I would love to do that. It's been a hot, muy caliente July for us, inside the Telegram, outside the Telegrams. If you're not inside the Telegram group, make sure you click on that link in the bio to join us, because I'm putting out picks every single day, all day, as we're trying to run up the bag together and make some money. And as always, I can't wait to see the money that you're making and the plays that you're taking. Drop a comment below so I can see what you're liking, and maybe I can tail you and also join in the Telegram group so we can talk a little bit more about some of the things that you're looking at. And as always, let's get to the bag, dictate your fate, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let's get it. Good luck tonight. Later.